Alrighty.
Hello.
Welcome to No Homo.
The podcast where we talk all things homo.
But we're not gay about it, faggots.
Whoa.
Sorry. Just have to gag him. You guys, it's early. I gotta wake us up.
Okay, so my name is Travis.
I'm Enrique. Welcome back to another weekly episode. And today I think is the one I've been looking forward to the most, I think.
Yeah. So we're going to do a little bit of a story time episode.
Bitch, we've got a story for you guys.
And this is kind of for my theater girls out there, but there's a little something in here for all of us.
There's something in here for everybody. It was a time, and we just have to share it with everybody. We truly do.
Yeah. So, a couple of months ago, Enrique and I decided that we were going to fly. Oh my
goodness, the
so
interruptions.
Sorry. Notifications should be turned off. Wait, I just updated my computer. Now I don't know how to do that.
It's okay. No worries.
Sorry, girls.
No, it's okay.
Me.
I'll do it.
Do you know how to do it?
Yes.
Can you come help me?
Oh my God. Wait, are you going to be in frame? You guys, this is Jake. Everyone say hi, Jake. Hi. We call them they because their pronouns are he, they. Or they, he. What is it?
Either's fine.
Either's
Wait,
fine.
how did you do that, though? Because I want to know for next time. Oh, thank you. So this is the whole reason that Jake is here.
Right.
Thank
like,
you.
Okay,
had to
boomer.
turn on your It was very boomer. I just updated my computer and I don't know how to work it anymore. All right. So a couple months back.
Yeah, this was in January. Yeah.
Yes,
it was like beginning of January.
Enrique and I decided that we were going to fly to Pittsburgh.
Girl, because we're in the river, so we were like, let's go to this big cattle call audition.
Yes.
And if you're in the industry, you know what this was for. There's no reason for us to say it.
This was for PCLO,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera. They have like an open call audition weekend every year.
Big audition.
Yeah.
Hundreds, almost 1,000 people. I know the numbers were getting up into the 900s. Mm-hmm. It's a classic cattle call. Yeah. You get there, you get a number, you pin it to your chest. Your number, 100 and something out of 800 people. Anyway, so that's besides the point. But we booked our flights together. We used our Delta miles.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, my dream is if Delta sponsored us.
Listen,
Delta, we are open.
We both have
ships.
the American Express Gold Card, and we'll take the miles.
I'm a long time loyal Delta flyer.
I'm about to go platinum.
Really?
I don't mean that in a fun way. If you know what I mean.
No. What?
I actually don't know what I was trying to say. Because I'm so tired. Okay, so. How the trip starts, it's a beautiful, gorge day. Travis meets me at my apartment, and we call an Uber from my place because I live closer to LaGuardia, so it was like a cheaper Uber. So we're going, everything's going well. We get to the airport, security is like the line is so short, so we have time and we're like, let's go get a bite.
This was before TSA was really bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like we get the TSA, it's like such a lovely experience thus far. We eat some lunch at this like bar, and it was like really tasty. We both got like a burger.
It's great.
Things are going well. We go to check into the flight, and this is where shit starts. This is when I knew the weekend was gonna be something. So we go to check in, and right before we're checking in, I think we're both zone 4 or something. Is like the zone that we're supposed to be in.
We're in line, to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And while we're in line, so one thing about me is I'm a bougie girl.
She's a bougie bitch.
I resent that a little bit, but I am.
Yeah.
And I was jokingly saying, oh my God, what if I was in first class? Like, that would be so funny. Like, what if I booked a first class ticket?
And I was like, hee, ha, ha, whatever, bitch. Like, you're in the back with the rest of us. No worries.
So we get to the front, and I scan my boarding pass, and the little machine, like, it's like beep, 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 and it prints out a new one.
Your fresh ticket, girl.
And she goes, the lovely woman that's checking us in.
The lovely.
She hands me my ticket, and she says, oh, Mr. Flint, you've been reassigned to seat 1A.
The face
the
crack?
First seat in the plane.
I
bitch.
literally was like, wait, what the fuck?
I was so gagged.
And I literally was like, of course this happened.
Then like only perpetual, like, because Enrique only gives me shit for being so bougie, and I was fully 100% joking about being in first class. Like, did not expect this at all. And then it actually happened. Well, this is the power of manifestation.
Listen, you manifested it so hard. I was like, okay, work. Me, right behind Travis, I was like, I'm about to scan in, and I'm going to be in the fucking cockpit. You know what I'm saying? So I go to scan my phone in, and of course, like me being me, I make a joke with the lady. I was like, where am I sitting? With the pilot? And then it just scans, and she goes, 13D. And I was like, oh.
She had no time.
She had no time for me. I was like, oh, I'm in the back of the plane. And then Travis, of course, the first thing he does, we sit down and he sends me a picture of his leg room. And he's like, so yummy. And he was going to send the champagne back to me, is what you said.
Yeah, I thought about sending a little gift to all the way to the back of the plane, but I didn't want to tire out the stewardess because that's a long way to go.
I was also like in the middle seat too. Like I had the like worst flight that you could possibly have. And I was like, great.
And I was just like sipping my champagne and eating my warm nuts.
Oh my fucking God. It was.
So that was the first thing that happened, which frankly, iconic. That was hilarious.
So fierce. So this is like a later flight, and we get to Pittsburgh around like, I want to say it was like 7 p.m.
Yeah, kind of on the later side. We were auditioning the next morning.
Yes. My roommate was actually staying with Travis and I.
She flew separately, but we split this place that we stayed together.
Yeah. They were already in Pittsburgh. So we just met them at the hotel. Okay, so we get to the hotel, and it's called Stay Pittsburgh.
Oh my God, good memory.
It was like super cheap. Travis found it. And it was like just what we needed for like, we were there for like 2 or 3 nights.
Yeah, too long, frankly.
Yeah, way too long. So it was just what we needed, but we entered this building. It's in downtown Pittsburgh, very interesting area for sure.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
It was a little crazy.
Which I feel like is a lot to say. Okay, here's the thing that was unsettling for me. As like coming from New York, I don't get fazed when people are like, "Oh, that city's dangerous," or that part of the. I'm like, babe, I ride the subway. I've seen it all. But I think that New York is so densely populated that I'm so used to there always being a hustle and bustle wherever you go, no matter what time of day. Even if it's super late at night, there's still somebody out on the street with you. Pittsburgh was like a ghost town.
It was like eerie.
There was nobody there.
It was like also Twilight vibes. Okay.
Yes, and it was winter, and it was overcast and stormy like the whole time, and cold. And so it did just feel kind of like a horror movie. Like it was a little like, and it's weird because it is a city. Like you're surrounded by big buildings or even skyscrapers, but it's empty. There's like nobody on the streets. It's also not clearly as much of a walking city as New York is. So the streets are a lot bigger and the sidewalks are smaller. And so it feels kind of weirder to be like walking everywhere.
Yeah, it was like the vibe of it all. Once we got there, I was like, this is like such a weird, interesting little like downtown area. Yeah. Yeah. But we get to this hotel, and the hotel reeks of cigarettes.
Oh,
it was like all like every floor. I was
someone has been chain smoking their Marlboros. And you know, it was like, okay.
Yeah. And
I suppose you get what you pay for.
Yeah, totally. Because it was like, we paid like what each, it was like close to like $120 each for the whole weekend.
For like 3 or 4 nights.
Yeah, it was like pretty good deal.
It was really cheap, yeah.
But also it was like a dorm style kind of a apartment. Like,
yeah, it's like honestly nothing I've ever seen before.
No.
It's like a dorm.
Yeah.
So our place had 2 bedrooms, but each bedroom had like 2 or 3 like extra long twin beds, like very college dorm room vibes.
Yeah, and we shared one, and my roommate Katie, shout out to Katie, they stayed in the other one. Yeah.
And then I don't really know what we got up to the first night, but
we just like went to get dinner. First night was fine, whatever. We were going into the dance call around like 11 o'clock, I think, the next morning. So we went to bed like pretty early. It was like fine. We got in there. The craziest part of that day was Travis was given a first class ticket, and I was put in the back, like the little brown boy I am, I guess.
Oh my God. Okay, so audition day. We had quite.
No, this day was very wild.
And like, maybe there's someone watching this that was in that room with us, and I would love to hear from you, like what your experience with this was. But oh my God,
it was so crazy. So before we even get to the audition, we start out the day like, let's go get some breakfast. So we go to Dunkin'.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
Yeah, okay. We go to Dunkin'. And it's like a 10-minute walk from our hotel. Like it's a cute little walk. So we're walking, we order our food, and like it's still pretty early for audition, but we order our food, and there's in downtown Pittsburgh, I'm pretty sure there was like another convention going on that wasn't the audition, and I want to say it was like some church religious convention happening.
I think so, because there was a lot of that around.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Maybe
of,
that's
like,
just like a thing for Pittsburgh, but it did
Yeah.
feel like there were a lot of people in service of God.
It was serving like a youth camp.
Yeah,
That's what it was
kind
giving.
of mission vibes.
Yeah,
almost.
it was like very much like Hillsong coded. Like, yeah, it was religious behavior going around.
So we're in this Dunkin' and we're just kind of doing our normal faggotry. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like nothing crazy, but
Yeah.
like, you know,
I mean, we're talking like
we're
this.
gabbing.
Like, the fag scent is on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we're like getting ready to go to an audition.
Yeah.
We're all buttoned up and like looking cute.
queening out in this Dunkin'.
Yeah,
Frankly,
waiting for our iced coffees. Classic.
in like 20-degree weather.
right. And there's this woman, like blonde white lady, with maybe another person or a few other people. I can't quite remember.
I think it was like her husband. I don't know if it was her husband. It was an older man and then a younger girl with her. So maybe her daughter. I don't know.
Such a good memory.
Yeah.
That's great.
Dude, it was crazy. I remember this clear as day.
And while we're waiting in the little area next to where the like food and drinks come out, she walks up to us, but she doesn't like show her cards immediately. She's just like, "Hi, gentlemen, how are you doing today?" Or I think she was like, "Hi, boys," or something like that. She was very nice.
She's very nice. And at first, like, we were like, "Good girl, what's up?"
I know. I'm like, "Hey, queen,
Yeah,
like, what's
because,
going on
like,
with you?"
Obviously, like, we were just being like loud and obnoxious. So like, she probably just thinks we're fun. Whatever.
And in my little naive brain, I'm like, "Oh my god, everyone outside of New York is so nice."
Yes.
Like, I'm so used to
Absolutely.
everyone being so just like hardened. Maybe this is just a regular person that's just saying hello
Yeah.
because we're not in New York City and
Yeah.
everyone is not as jaded in other parts of the country. Anyway, and she essentially we're like, "Oh, we're good. We're here for an audition. We're just getting some coffee." And she was like, "Okay, great. Would you mind if I prayed for you?"
She literally was like, I'm pretty sure she said pray over you.
Did she?
It was something along those lines. But she literally was like, yeah, she was, it was just,
it was definitely, like, "Can I help you pray the gay away a
yeah,
little bit?"
it was serving that. The face crack, we were like, oh.
I was so gagged. I was like,
I just like, because here's the problem. I'm one of the religious gays, you know?
Yeah.
And so I kind of lived for it. However, the energy that it was giving was very much like, okay, let me go up to these two queens. Obviously, they need help because they're queens. And let me like
They need saving.
pray for them rather than with them.
Yeah.
And I was so taken aback. I was like, no, we're good.
Yeah, then Enrique was like, "I think we're fine on the prayer, actually."
Yeah. I literally was like, I think we're
I'll
okay.
say no to the prayer for this one.
And I hated doing that because I was like, I would love that because honestly, we could have easily prayed for our audition. That
I
could
know.
have
I
been
was like,
fun.
"This is a great day for a
Yeah.
prayer, actually."
But I didn't trust that she was being sincere.
Yeah, context is everything, right?
Yeah.
And it just felt like, and I don't know, maybe I'm being too jaded, and maybe she didn't have alternate like motivations,
Yeah.
but it did feel like a little bit of a hate crime.
It did. It
Like
felt
a little bit.
It felt like she was gearing up to hate crime, and I was like, let's just cut you off now, babe, because like,
Yeah.
first of all, I have no time to do this. I have to go do like a double pirouette. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I was like, I don't have time for a prayer.
I don't have time, and that just sucks that like we've gotten there in our society where it's like I would love to like involve myself with that, but for obvious reasons, I feel like gay people and queer people are so guarded when it comes to religion because of how Christians or Catholics or anyone really have treated us.
Yeah.
I guess and that's a whole other episode.
I know.
But that happened, and we walked away, and we were just kind of like so taken aback. And of course, I got onto like my high horse because like anytime religion's brought into the equation, I'm like,
Well, talk about that.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You also studied religious studies in
yeah,
college, right?
I did. Yeah, I went to like a Methodist private school in North Georgia.
And studied musical theater and religious studies.
Yeah.
Get into that.
Get into that, bitch. It was
Have
crazy.
you ever?
I
That's
know.
amazing.
It was wild.
So Enrique also was kind of like, well, frankly, if this woman had started, I would have gathered her because I have all of the information and resources. I have a degree in such topics.
And I was raised super religiously, and and so I already knew how to battle that before she even started. So I was like, oh, girl, you could either like lead with love or we can get into it. But I'm glad that we kind of like detached immediately because we were like, we have so much to do today. There's no reason for us to like stay with someone. And like, hopefully she did mean well, but in that certain situation, I was like, so you just walked up to the two obviously gayest men in this Dunkin'.
I just feel like the gag of like she took one look at us and was like they could use prayer.
It was already a like packed Dunkin'.
And frankly,
too.
Maybe we could.
I mean, totally. I'm always need a prayer, but there were so many people. You chose the gayest ones.
I know.
And asked them to pray.
I also got the vibe, like, I don't know if you caught this. I don't think I mentioned this. While, like, there was still some awkward downtime after we had finished this interaction because we hadn't yet gotten our food. Yeah. So we couldn't really say anything about it until after we left. Yes. But I was then overhearing her talk to the other people that she was with. And they were, like, scoping out the Dunkin', looking for their next, what to me felt like victim. Like, she was like, oh, maybe that guy over there. Maybe we should talk to him. It felt like they had to meet a quota.
A mission.
It was a mission, right?
Honestly, when I used to go to like youth camp and stuff growing up, like there would sometimes be sections where we would have to go out in the community and like spread the word of God, and we had to like talk to like X amount of people.
It felt like it was like, don't come back to this church until you have spoken the word of God to 10 people.
Yeah, until you've converted at least 20.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and unless you're walking in with two homos that are ready to see the light.
And it's just like hilarious to me that like there was the big cattle call audition happening, and like there was a mission trip happening at the same time in downtown Pittsburgh.
It was really wild.
It was so wild. But we leave Dunkin'. We're like, okay, let's just go on with our day. Let's go back to the hotel. Let's eat our food, and then we'll like shower, get ready for the audition. Mm-hmm. We're dancing, and it's gonna be fun. Whatever. So we do that. My roommate had already gone. Like they had already done their audition.
They were there for the singer call, which happened earlier.
Yes. So they came back. They were like,
call.
debriefing us on like what was happening, and finally like we head down. We like it's a 10-minute walk to the audition venue. So we start walking. And we get there, we check in. It's a good vibe. We're ready to go. The dance is they're doing Mean Girls. So it was like a Mean Girls dance. Mm-hmm. So we were ready to like serve it. Yeah. There was a lot of people there when we first got there.
A lot of people there. I mean, our group wasn't that huge, but there were a lot of people there auditioning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have our little numbers pinned on our chest. We learn the combo. We do it in groups. Enrique and I slay. Yeah. And
this is where things go a little haywire.
So, oh my God.
Girl, okay, so as you know, with these cattle call auditions, I would say it's always a mixed bag, right? Like you're going to have people who are still in school who are like just like trying to like get a summer stock for like the season. And who are like really new to auditioning. There's also like people who are older like us
like
who are like
from New York. Yeah.
So like it's a mixed bag of different levels, and that's totally expected for any audition. Yeah. In our audition, I would say it was definitely on the younger side, and then there was like me. Yeah,
and I felt like a big old oldie.
Oh yeah,
there.
I felt
for sure.
It was the oldest I've ever felt in an audition, truly. Yeah. But there was a lot of young people. A lot of them went to Point Park, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, which is a university in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and then I want to say there was like some in Ryder. Like I was just like looking around and like seeing like whatever. So there was a lot of young people in our audition. Okay.
So we get up, and once you've learned the combo, if you're not familiar, basically you learn a dance combination. Mm-hmm. They teach it to you in real time in the room. You have to pick it up really quickly. That's like part of the skill of auditioning. Yeah. And after you've learned it and kind of run it a couple of times, they ask everyone to like go to the side of the room, and then they call out people in groups of like anywhere from 3 to 6 people, I guess, to do the combo like for real as like the actual audition. You usually do it like twice. They'll have you kind of switch where you're standing for the second time so they get a different view of you. Anyway, I think it was the first group, right?
Yeah, the very first group. So we learned the combo. They tell us to move to the right side of the room. Mm-hmm. So we're standing where Travis is. And as you know, in most auditions, it's usually like down, up, down, up. They did groups of 4. So they call the first group and they call the first girl. And she is this really young, extremely young, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed.
Shaking in her jazz shoes.
Shaking in her jazz flat, girl. Yeah. She was in a jazz flat.
She was giving like a cute little like athletic skirt, some tights.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think we were confused if we were taking ballet class or a jazz class. Like it, you know, the classic.
It was clearly one of her first professional auditions, I think.
Yeah, she was very young.
She's very young. Not clocking her tea. It's just what it was. Yeah. And she was the very first one called. So I give that so much grace. It's always nerve-wracking to be first.
Totally.
So her and her group start going. They do the combo.
They do the combo twice, I think.
Yeah, they do the combo twice. And, you know, she was all right. She was good. I don't think I
was really watching, to be honest. Like, I don't remember.
I could just feel her nervous energy, but like I don't remember her dancing very much.
Sure. Yeah. So after they finished the combo, the choreographer then, and she didn't say that she was going to do this. Yeah. She goes down the line and she was like, "Hey, really quick before you guys are done, I just want to watch every single one of you do an a cappella time step, which is a tap step." Yeah. Which, you know, it's a losing battle because we're all either in sneakers or like some kind of jazz shoe.
Yeah, in her case, a jazz flat. Which is humbling to say the least.
And I just think that maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back for her. I think the time step was really a big ask. Yes. I think that she sort of like put all of her gas in the tank into those 2 times and just figured like, okay, I'm going to just get through this twice and then I'm done and I can be done with this. Yeah. So she does her time step. It's like fine. She's clearly very, very nervous. She's kind of stumbling a little bit while she does it. And then they start going down the line and the rest of the people in the group are doing their time step. And then I'm sort of watching her because I just have sort of a bad feeling. Like I have sort of a feeling that I'm like something's wrong with her.
She's getting extremely red. Her breathing becomes a lot shallower. And I'm like, oh, this bitch is about to cry. Like, poor baby.
I thought she was going to cry. Yeah.
I thought she was going to cry. She goes to, you know, cover her face. And I was like, oh, like she's having a moment. Vomits.
Projectile.
Like pitch perfect opening sequence type shit. Like it through the fingers.
So imagine, this is really graphic, sorry. She puts, if you're scared of vomit, maybe skip this part.
Yeah, maybe we'll trigger warning on that one.
She puts her hand over her face and then is spewing vomit through the cracks in her fingers. So it's like when you take a hose and put your finger on it and it makes it shoot further. Yes. And it, like, the distance on
girl, I was like, what did you eat, mama? And of course, because she was the first one in the group, we were all standing there, and Travis fucking Flint immediately queens out like I've never seen her do it before. She was in it. She went, oh my god, and then walks down, and then of course I have to turn around and hold myself from laughing in front of this creative team because like Travis is over here queening out while this bitch is throwing up. She starts throwing up through her fingers. She turns around, runs through the door, which is like right in between us.
Let me just say, in my defense, the reason I queened out and started like scurrying away is because she throws up, turns, continues vomiting at me. Like she is in a direct projectile. Thank God none of it got on me. Like she was just far enough away that it didn't get to me. And then she starts like running, hand over her mouth, vomiting while she's running. You know, she's like trying to get to the bathroom. So that's when I am like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Literally, if I'm Travis and she is this mic, she came this way. Travis was like this, hands up, away from her, and like
I was like
Jazz walking downstage, like literally tipping. I was like, girl, what are we doing?
Well, every moment in the audition room is an opportunity,
and you know what, you seized it, babe. But like she was dripping she made a little trail of vomit out the door. We all just kind of froze.
God.
And the best part of it was that the group hadn't noticed what happened.
No, they like didn't see it.
They didn't see it. So the last girl, while this is all happening, in the middle of a triple time step, like she's literally doing her time step.
Right.
She's like in a shuffle. And then
she's mid shuffle.
And she killed me because then she finished and they started walking away. And she was like eyeing the creative team like. And then as she's walking, also she's in a tan jazz flat. We all look at her. We're like, no, stop. And she goes, foot
she steps
in the vomit.
Tan jazz flat in a pile of vomit.
And we all were like,
oh.
My. You guys, I literally was like.
That Enrique and I were fighting for our lives not to make a scene.
I was trying so hard not to laugh because also at PCLO they have people watching the audition.
Oh,
and like
get this! You're in a fishbowl.
Yeah,
it's literally this giant studio with these wood floors and these big, like, huge mirrors, and it has a second floor with a balcony that you can go up to and sit and like look down into the studio. The ceilings are super, super high.
Yeah.
And there are all of these random adults. I'm assuming they're
patrons.
Probably donors or season pass holders or something, but they're like, actually, I think I found out later on it was like, oh, for like if you make a certain donation or buy a certain pass, you get an exclusive invite to watch our audition process to
which
see
is like
how the magic is made, I guess.
Low-key kind of fucked up. Like, how are you monetizing for my initial audition?
I know.
I'm like,
that is so true. I'm like, I didn't come here to get anyway.
Yeah, that's beside
so there's a whole crowd of people essentially that are watching this, including those of us that are in the audition room auditioning. And yeah, I just like never in my life.
I have never seen such a thing.
Never seen. I just really I feel for this girl.
Oh my God, she
will never forget this.
No, and I don't think she'll ever audition again, frankly. But
I hope she does.
I hope she does. It was just a moment in time, girl. After she ran out, she was out of the room. We kind of just froze there, and the monitor of the audition was like, okay, everyone, just move to the other side of the room.
Move to the other side of the room.
So we were like, okay. And they're like, just take like a quick 5. And honestly, bitch, I did not know the combo, so those 5 minutes saved my
that actually
life.
saved my life. Those 5 minutes are the reason that I got a call.
Yeah, for real. Because I was like, I don't know this combo, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
So we move to the other side. They mop it up, which looking back, I don't think that's the proper thing to do. I was a camp counselor once.
Yeah, you're supposed to put the stuff
like,
on
there's
it.
a powder, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't do that. So they just like mopped it up, and then they put like a circle of chairs around it. And they're like, okay, guys, we're actually going to dance on this side of the room. So just like, don't go past the chairs.
Just don't go into the vomit circle.
And I was just like, are we just going to like stay in this room? After she
and
just,
then
like,
I was like, are we
guts?
just going to keep carrying on, I guess?
Yeah. And like, frankly, we kind of had to. Like, she was the first group. It'd be so different if she was like the last group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I guess so. And then like,
we were all still had to go do our audition.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so we just kept going. The audition just kept going as if it never happened. And it was just like so crazy.
Yeah. And we did our audition and then we left, and then we, you know, like, you have to be careful about who you talk to, and like, because you're still in the building, and then it's literally like we step out the front doors of where this audition is, and immediately we're just like,
we burst out.
That was crazy.
It was insane. But like, also I remember some people were talking about it as we were leaving the audition room, and I saw the girl vomited go back in. I'm pretty sure she went back in to apologize. She was like a wreck, and like I totally feel for this girl.
I would be too.
Oh my God, I don't know what I'd do.
Also, I really commiserate because I remember being in auditions, like big cattle calls like that, for the first time while I was still in college. Like, I did PCLO while I was still in college. It was one of my first big auditions. Yeah. And I did like the Muni, like I
did SETC a lot.
SETC. Yeah. And I remember one time specifically in a Muni audition, I was so nervous, and we had just done the combo twice in a row, and I remember I was like, I can't feel my legs, like I'm going numb. I'm sure my face is like white as a sheet. Like I really did feel like I'm so nervous. We had to hold briefly because the camera stopped, but we're back. Yeah, so
audition anxiety for those big cattle call auditions is so real.
It's nerve-wracking, especially when you're young. It feels like the end of the world. Like when you aren't in the practice of professionally auditioning regularly, it's like a whole thing. I think it's a good experience to have, but yeah, it's really hard. And I have luckily never did vomit, but I have felt that feeling of like, oh God, if I don't get out of here right now, it might get bad.
Can't trust a fart type shit.
Yes.
Totally get it.
Yeah, because like nerves like live in your stomach, butterflies in your tummy, the whole 9 yards. And I think that's really what it was. I think she was just so nervous that she threw up.
And I just like can't believe out of all the people in this world, we were in that room.
That was not the right people to be
in
that room.
It was not the right. It was absolutely insane.
I'd like to think I kept my cool, but clearly I didn't.
I just lost my shit. I literally was like, there's no way. Because it was also, like, I understood she was nervous, but, like, looking back at, like, what the choreography was, it was serving, like, white person hip-hop. I mean, it was Mean Girls. It was, like, a white person choreographing, white person hip-hop. Like, for Mean Girls.
Yeah.
And it was, like, to It Roars. It was, I'm not, like, shitting on the choreo. It was fine. But it was, like, very what you would expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And she threw up, and that is one of the craziest things that probably the craziest thing I've ever seen happen in
craziest audition I've ever, in my life. Yeah, and then we both were asked back to sing, so we come back to sing that evening. It was chill vibes. We went to go get drinks. Travis ended up getting a call back. Enrique did not, girl. I got cut. McGee.
Which was gaggaroony.
It was a little gaggaroony.
I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't book it. Clearly, I'm still here.
But you had, like, the next day was, like, a crazy callback day.
You guys, the next day, we're getting close to time, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but I was there literally from 11 a.m. No, I think it was 10 a.m. To 10 p.m. I was there for 12 hours.
What in the non-union?
And you would think, like, oh my God, like, they loved you. That you were auditioning for 12 hours? No, bitch. I was sitting on my ass for 11 hours and 30 minutes and auditioning for 25 minutes, maybe. It was
non-equity behavior.
It was just non-equity behavior. These massive cattle calls are so disorganized no matter how you swing it. And it was just like, you can't leave because God forbid they call your number when you're gone and then you miss your call back, but they don't tell you when your call back is. They just have everyone show up at the same time and they slowly start working through. And little did I know, I was in literally the second to last group of the entire day. Of the entire day. Imagine you're in this giant room with hundreds of people at this callback, and you're slowly seeing more and more people leave, and more people leave, and more people leave, and then it's literally like 5 people left in the room, and it's almost 11 p.m. at night. I was pissed, bitch. Which also meant that I had to spend another night in this hotel by myself now.
Because I changed my flight. Like, the second I did the callback, I was like, love you, babe. I'm going back to the city. I'm not going to, like, spend money out here in Pittsburgh for no reason.
No. And I, in my brain, was like, okay, I'll just go in. I'll get my callback done in the morning, and then hopefully I can catch, there was like a 6 p.m. flight or something. I'll get out of here, and we'll be done with Pittsburgh. I was so over it by that point. I was so exhausted. And then, like, obviously didn't make my flight. Wouldn't have made it. And had to spend another night. And I just was,
It was
crazy.
A crazy.
I went to Noodles and Company by myself.
Yum.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there was also that place we kept going to. There was like this,
like a really good bowl place.
Yeah, it was a really good bowl. We would get it like every day. We were there. It was a fun trip. I did have a lot of fun with you. Like,
it was cute.
At one point, Travis had a self-tape to do for like this horror movie.
A horror movie.
And it was actually fierce.
It was so good.
It was
I'm
really
sad
good.
I didn't get a call back for that.
I'm gagged you didn't book it, to be honest.
I know. I feel like we ate it up. We literally like made a film set.
Yeah. We were like in this like college dorm bed and like turned all the lights off. Like, it was a production in our hotel room.
Enrique was like, there was this part where there were like supposed to be bones cracking, and Enrique had this plastic water bottle that he would squeeze like right at the right moment. We had a whole rehearsal for it. It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it was fun.
And you guys, that's what happened in Pittsburgh. From prayer to vomit to bones cracking, not in a good way.
Right.
That's what happened in Pittsburgh.
That's what happens when you get in the river.
Yeah, and we were really in the river, and she rushed a little too fast.
She was rushing, and I don't know if I need to get in that river again next year.
For sure.
Maybe that's a river that we don't go down.
Yeah, maybe something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We are loving this podcast.
Yeah, I hope you are too.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Next week, where we're going to talk all things homo, but we're not gay about it. Hey.
Bye.